So they'll be calling you a radical, so we're going to have a big celebration. New Year's Eve, it'll be 4 o'clock here, midnight in Germany. So the celebration, because the 3 reactors in in Germany turned off. So I'll be celebrating at 4 o'clock, and thank you in Germany. Sehr gut! As I've said for years, as Austria and Germany goes, Europe will go. As California goes, the rest of the United States will go. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock, shut it yesterday. I want to say thank you to the activists in Germany. 35 years, the permanent protests at one of the reactors. A lot of wins in Germany over the last decade. Of course, the media in the United States is going berserk because they always show up late. So, CNN's got a big article out. Americans, people are scared of nuclear energy, and goes on and tries to prop up nuclear energy. And it just takes my mind right back to Anderson Cooper and Sanjay Gupta reporting live from Fukushima, Japan. Yep, remember that? Remember that? And Anderson Cooper's eyes. That Jim Walsh from MIT, who was no nuclear expert, just propagandist. And I remember Anderson Cooper just freaking out. He was going crazy. He said Fukushima. He must have said nuclear meltdown 10,000 times in those few days. Just going crazy. Should we get out? Should we get out? I'm screaming, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And so they, Sanjay Gupta and Anderson Vanderbilt Cooper said it thousands of times. And he was scared. You could see it live. You can play back the tape. It's out there. So it's funny. CNN says people are scared of nuclear. No shit. You think? Go talk to somebody who used to live in Fukushima, the ones that haven't committed suicide. Or go talk to a Fukushima worker. Or go talk to a Chernobyl worker. Don't want to live like a Fukushima, Chernobyl, Los Angeles, Diablo Canyon, nuclear energy refugee. Rightfully so, they're scared of it. You think? Oh, what are you at CNN? What are you, all you media? I mean, they're all Madame Curies. Talk about freaking nuclear fallout deniers. It's pathetic. So, scared. Okay. Well, you should be scared. The pandemic and the epidemic that's going on in this country is cancer. We're downwinders. Probably safer to live in freaking Tokyo than Los Angeles. Breaking news, jet stream moves left to right. It took Kevin Blanchard a year and a half to convince anybody that they were even one meltdown. 3 full core meltdowns, not to mention 7 spent fuel pools with MOX fuel blown to, my God, the amount of fuel in there. Right into the jet stream, right in the Pacific Ocean, the great coincidence decade, dead tide bulls at your feet, salmon collapse, all of it, the greatest PhD in human history. Go talk to anybody in Europe. Go to Europe. The great Frieda Meisenblau. I was at her house on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo. She was full of cancer, didn't tell anybody. That's why she requested the meeting. She said she was worried of their English. In perfectly good English, she grilled me for 4 hours. Kevin Blanchard, the tip of this spear. Don't you drop it. Yes, ma'am. I was all ears. I remember she quizzed me a few things. She said, I know your journey, I know your path, I know your father's path, I know your path. She knew. I want to ask you one question, she says. How much nuclear energy does a nuclear reactor really produce? And I says, probably negative. They have to use energy to keep their spent fuel pools cool that were never built for it. I knew you'd know, she says. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell anyone. She was dying of cancer. That was on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo. Wow. What a pioneer. The Austrians, the Germans. Sehr gut! Can't wait to get back. Have me a big German beer at 4 o'clock. Celebrate. Thank you in Germany. Thank you. Thank you to the activists. I don't think anybody thanks you enough. I want to hug and kiss every one of you. There's people that have literally been there for 35 years. And all the activists that passed in front of us that didn't get to see this exciting day December 31st, midnight. Well, it'll be 2022. My favorite number when I was a kid was always 22. I always loved that number too. I'm a twin. I like Bob Hayes. Boy, I picked the right athletes to be a fan of when I was a kid. Still the only athlete today to have a Super Bowl ring and a gold medal. It's going to be a good year, 22. It's going to be a good year for us activists. Thank you in Germany. They're scared. CNN, people are scared. I guess they're not. All your money. I love all this imperialist wealth, these people that think they're above it. Cancer doesn't care about your super billions and trillions and gazillions. Sanjay Gupta, MD, practicing neurosurgeon, what he did, the cover up of Fukushima. So, it's going to be a good year for us in 2022. I'm really excited about it. And get Diablo Canyon shut down, get this waste handled. And the activists that have been there, their job's not over. You know, we got more work to do across that continent, right? You know, so in Germany, sehr gut. I'll be celebrating with you exactly midnight. That'll be 4 o'clock here. I think I'll have me a couple good German beers, maybe some apple. They call it apple cake, apple pie. Love the German pastries. Thank you again in Germany. Can't say how much, and I've got to meet a lot of them. My trips to Europe, and fantastic people. Got some good wins. We've had a lot of good wins here in the U.S. We just don't get reported. Our tiny army we fight on. So it's going to be a good year, 2022, for the activist community. Really good. Not so good year for the enablers. Stay in tune.